Hey, my name's Jess. Last year, Ruben and I went to Rwanda. We met with a group of orphans from the genocide. There was maybe about 60 of them that we met twice a week, and we taught them photography so that they could use that as a means of expressing themselves and telling their story of what happened to them during the genocide. It was awesome being able to see them from not even knowing how to hold a camera, like looking through the lens, thinking that's how you take the photo and pushing the wrong buttons. And we also taught them symbolism, like how to take photos that are meaningful, that tell a story and that, you know, can express yourself through the one picture. After teaching the orphans photography, we also had little counselling groups with them. One of our main leaders with the organisation, she did inner healing with them, and she talked on topics such as betrayal, you know, the father's love, forgiveness, inner beauty, and all sorts of things like that that they struggle with. We had small groups where we got to really talk with each other, and each individual got to open up and we got to pray. I had one guy in one of my small groups, and he still struggles with betrayal after, you know, 15 years. It's still hard for him. And he would say, like, whenever someone gets up and walks out of the room, even in our meetings that very day, he will get up and he will follow them, no matter who it is. And just because he thinks that they're going to come back and just do something really bad. And he's like, I don't even trust you, but I like you. Besides from the Photo Voice project, we also worked with sex workers in the red light district. When we first met Valentina, it was on the road, actually, it was on the street. She's had 7 children, 4 of which had died, and so we never got to meet them, but she had one baby with her called Tabitha, and she was about 2 years old. We met her, she was skinny, she was hungry, she was a little bit sick from her AIDS. She was struggling to pay her rent, she was working on the streets. And just every Friday we would go visit her, we would go pray with her and just spend time with her. Ever since we went in and started praying with her, that her customers wouldn't come into her house. Over time with Valentina, we actually helped her develop her own small business. First, she wanted to just boil her water so that she could actually have clean water that wouldn't make her and her baby sick. So we lent her money to buy her a big bag of charcoal so she could boil her water. And from that, she started selling the charcoal in little bits from a big sack to her neighbours and to other girls, you know, that lived in the area. And from that, she made a very small profit. You know, she came up with an idea on how to make it bigger, and that was to make the charcoal transportable. So we helped her get a bike, get a trailer, which she could transport this charcoal to nearby restaurants and to further surrounding areas of her neighbourhood. She made some profit that was more money than I think she'd ever had or had in a very long time. As well as seeing Valentina's life change economically, we also saw her life change spiritually, which was really cool. We asked her to come to church with us a couple of times, and one time she went up the front on the altar call and she was just crying and she was crying, and you know, she just gave her heart to Jesus. And we said to her after, you know, like, you know, how are you? You know, why did you go up? What's happening? And she said, you know, my pain in my heart is just too much. I can't take it anymore, so I just gave it to Jesus. Now she's happy, and you know, and she prays and she sings, and yay! La 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 la.